So this morning I put up the Phrenic conversation. I know I had made reference between the Phrenic and the kidney system, and the Phrenic being the nerve system supplies to the kidney. It's intersystemic, but it really is, Phrenic usually is motor function. Skeletally, it's or attached to the skeletal system, it's a muscle system of the diaphragm. Yeah, it's a single unit muscle. But diaphragm is spelled D-I-A. Yeah, there's a lot of crossovers between Russian Aeronav AERO, where I need to be, and the linguistics. Here's what else I know. So in Nicole's English, which is, I used to call it Latin English, being the 50 postage stamps of the whatever I was going to wake up in the Empire State at one point, as things started to deteriorate and none of the kingdoms were listening. In Cyrillic, which is what I call the writing in Russia, it's not just the one character, that's my name for your entire letter system. But that goes back to my Macedonian records for how you have negative time. Right, yeah, okay, it's a system within itself. That's my Phrenic system, ending in N-I-C. And that's the nick in time. So, all right, so in Phrenic in English in America, when you say the word, the association between what you hear and what you think, the pairing, the word association, it's, first of all, most people, you say the word, they're like, I've never heard of it before, no idea. Right, okay, got it. Now, if you Google it in English America, Latin America, it comes up as the medical terminology. However, in Romania, where the men are a lot more orthodox and spiritual, and remember things and like to be appreciated, the name Phrenic, actually for them, it's Mintal, it's M-I-N-T-A-L, and if I'm butchering this is my dexterity for speaking, so if I'm butchering your area, I apologize. But it's the Mintal, which for America in English is the mental, M-E-N-T-A-L. They spell it M-I-N-T-A-L. But it goes back in Phrenic, we speak of the mantle, M-A-N-T-L-E. It's like the threshold that you cross over. So that's where the mental, the mintal, and then the men, the man, and the min. They all, the trifecta, it's like it's padre, it's, I'm sorry, bad with my Latin, I haven't studied this in a long time. It is Spiritu Discenti, right? That's the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, but you have the Father, the Son, so the padre, I don't know the word for the Son, I don't know, whatever. So the thing is that in Romania, though, it has several, it means mental, but when you say mental in America, the people think like you mean they are not smart, they are dangerous, and that they are coming at you with a knife, like mental, like possessed, you know, like they're in some spiritual possession of like danger, like with a knife, like I'm gonna come get you. Yeah, no, not that kind of mental. That's why there is mental, because it's minimal. It's just the good, like you go to church and you're good people, right? So it's that. Because when we were there and Hitler was designated as Zeus, is Z-E-U-S, Antonin, already signed over to bypass via the Byzantine Empire whatever I used in my documentations straight to NICKLAUS. I don't know. It should have been the Macedonian. It should have been Byzantine and Macedonian and the Roman Empire, and that's how my paper documents went, but strictly for the title TIDAL WAVE, WAVE function equipment for he and I to protect the rest of the children of Crazy Town and mental cases of the kind where they hold a knife and science knives, and then Elizabeth says, "It's okay, come to our lands, we'll teach you." Oh my God. Let's think. Nicklaus was already deemed Zeus, which is the god of all gods in Macedonia, being Grecian. I'm Nyx, NYX. So, along with Aphrodite, Venus de Milo. There are so many that I'm in charge of. It depends on what ghostwriter area and what placemat I'm writing for, or we're referencing in the kingdom of We Own It All in Celeste. So to protect the non-immortals that walk around and don't know that such a thing exists. Okay, so there is, right, so phrenic, right, but I did notice on Google, it also means spiritual as well. So when we were in the, I kept calling it Albania, but it was Albania for the royal records. It was Yugoslavia, he said, or the Albanian man was there maybe. I can't get the entire remember, like where I member in a body moment elsewhere, and then in this body moment I have to connect the two remembers, because they're different days and age based on the kingdom and the placemat and what we were documenting for what we needed up ahead. In rolling back and scaling back these dangerous sciences. But my point is that Nicklaus was already put in charge. He's Zeus, Zeus. That would make me woman, which is Xena, Zena. So he's already the king of all the gods. So why did I get toilet paper ROEMER and toilet paper TEOFRIO? And why am I abandoned on the Fidelis in America from 1978 with no arrow nav in Russia on the Mir, MIR? I needed help. We did put that in the document. I'm the one that you all like, because I'm the umpire for all the vampires that suck everybody else's blood. Yeah, that, you know that, right? I mean, in America, they use the word umpire, UMPIRE. Like, okay, it's like a referee, REFREE. It's the free referee going like, hold on a minute, this is what happened here, this is what happened here, here's my document with you, you're not allowed to move, you're not allowed to move. Why is there so much money moving, and why are the people moving? They're not allowed to move. Right. So that's why we never understand why the stupid children of Earth, when they make mistakes, they don't go kill the people that make these mistakes right off the bat. Because here's the thing, management knows better than to allow these things, and I don't know why you let the criminals learn more than management, and then management can't do its job. And then nobody wants to kill anybody. Here's the thing, the world only gets worse the less people you kill that are in charge that aren't doing the proper job. So that does leave us in an interesting predicament, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure I left memos and Nicklaus has them. So like, when are we getting on the speedy, like, I want my husband back, you can have TEOFRIO, I'll throw him down to Washington, no problem. Oh, and I got a very interesting Department of New York State. Look at this. see that? Oh my God, Department of Taxation. Oh, look at you. You want me to pay a tax bill of $4,600 and something when I'm not working? After you took the house, New York, and you took the jobs, and you took my business, and this is not going to work out well for New York. But they arrest you in New York if you don't pay your taxes. So here's the thing. I don't have a bank account. I don't have a job. I don't have employment. I have no education, so I don't know how I'm going to get anything, since you all now require, like assholes, some kind of paper document to prove how smart you are in some area that just waste money and time, so that way you could then have trouble finding real employment that means nothing. They have nothing to do, and then they want to train you anyway. Right? This is how stupid your logic is in human broken thought process and thought patterns. But I'm going to be calling New York if you want to pull those records, because I have no money, and I'll do it on the record, on the audio record, so you have it, and then I'll put it up on whatchamacallit. But like hastily, like, would be nice. Considering you've given me 0 for being here, all the work we did in the up ahead, we already assigned tidal wave function over to NICKLAUS, so I wouldn't be bombarded, and the problem with the NSA CSS people with teaching people how to code and going, come on, you can do it, you can hurt a human, come on, you can do it. Fuck. Oh, and then in the 80s and 90s, you let China build computers. So now everybody can hurt the genetics of just anybody on the street. Oh my God, you guys must be so proud of yourselves, you fucking morons.